This review is made possible by the Restored Rusty Relics Car Club of North New Jersey. If you're in the New Jersey or New York area, please check them out and consider joining the club. They do monthly events, meetings, and have formed a community around these awesome vintage cars. Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach, and today I am driving a 1966 Dodge Monaco. Up front is a 6.3 liter V8. Down below is a 3-speed automatic transmission. Now, I am super excited to be driving this Dodge Monaco for two reasons. First of all, this car is incredibly clean with only 27,000 original miles on it, which is wonderful. But the second reason is that the Monaco was a very royal, they did make the Royal Monaco, but it was a very regal car, I should say. This was kind of the top of the line for Dodge for many eras. Monaco, being a principality in the south of France, is known for its affluent money, and that's what this car kind of symbolizes. But if you would like to submit your own vehicle and have it reviewed here on the channel, you can head on over to my website, zackpradel.com/submit. It's a quick and easy submission form. It takes under a minute to fill out, and I come out to you. But let's get back to that 383 under the hood. Well, for the Monaco series, it was kind of a mid-range engine. Yes, you could find these with a 6-cylinder, and I can't imagine how dreadful they were, but you could also find them with a big block. So there were plenty of offerings here for the Monaco. This one made about 290 horsepower in its day, which is definitely a solid number, and you could tell that that is a pre-oil crisis vehicle, because it's a V8 that made actual power in its day. It's a 2-barrel carb, it's nice and smooth around town, and for a car that's sort of meant for cruising, that's what this car does really well. Like I said, paired to it is an automatic transmission. It's doing the job, and I don't have any worries about it. Last but not least about the Monaco's drivetrain, of course it is rear-wheel drive. So how does it feel to drive a Dodge Monaco? Well, I always thought it would be a little bit more rough and tumble than it is, and it's really not. It's actually a really comfortable cruising experience. The steering is very, very light, characteristic of most 60s and 70s cars, and so I'm driving with 2 fingers around this neighborhood, cruising. The suspension soaks up the bumps pretty well. I wouldn't say like a Cadillac, but most certainly better than today's cars. Visibility is wonderful, and I just have this relaxed sense while driving the Monaco. It's not if we'll get there, it's when we'll get there. And it has a sort of the plane will wait for us type feeling when you drive it, and that is something really special and something that you can't really hardwire or download into a modern car. You can't just say, hey, make it feel special. You have to earn those stripes, and the Dodge Monaco most certainly does. With that stuff out of the way, let's talk about the interior. Well, in front of me, I have 2 giant gauges. Off to the left is my fuel and speedometer, and off to the right is my clock, temperature, oil pressure, and alternator. Up in the center, you get this little triangle. This is actually to tell you that your high beams are on. So it has a floor-mounted high beam switch, and when it is on, this will actually illuminate. This was before the standardization of warning lights, and so that's how Dodge told you, hey, your brights are on, you might be blinding other drivers. Off to the left, I have an air vent, and on the door, I have my crank for the vent window, manual mirrors, and manual windows themselves. Moving into the center, we have a bunch of stuff going on. So up to the upper left, we have the blower, warm, and temperature setting, as well as the lighter and wipers. To the upper right, we have our max AC and temperature control for the air conditioning. Then to the bottom right, we have the radio. And under all of that, we have our climate vents. A lot going on in this little centerpiece, but then not much at all. Off to the far right, we just have a Monaco badge on the glove box, and that's it. On the floor, we don't have anything, meaning we don't have any cup holders, so unfortunately, but predictably, the 1966 Dodge Monaco fails the big friggin' bottle test. The seats are very comfortable. It does get a bench seat up in the front, but if you got the Monaco 500, it came with 2 bucket seats to account for its 4-speed manual that was optional. So there were a couple ways that you could get it. This happens to be the bench, and it is very, very comfortable. And it matches the rest of this sort of aquamarine interior that I love. 60s cars were such an expression and pushing for the future, and that really is reiterated with this awesome aquamarine interior. However, speaking of seats, we do have back seats, although this is a coupe. So let's go do a back seat review. Oh boy. Oh. All right, so we're in the back seat of the Dodge Monaco. I do have ashtrays and my own roll-up windows, but other than that, nothing really too crazy. This is meant for the driver. This was luxurious for the driver. You have back seats, you could take people if you want, but it's not going to be as luxurious as like a 4-door. So, and they also did offer a 4-door version. Let's hop out, we'll take a quick look at the trunk. The trunk isn't anything special. This is the original spare and the original floor liner, which is very cool, but it is giant, and that is what is absolutely awesome about the back of the Monaco. Now we gotta talk about the looks, and I love the jet black color that this particular Monaco is in. So classy, so understated too. There's something really nice about that, and that will tie into my final thoughts, but the taillights are the largest taillights I think I've seen fitted to a 60s car. They are ginormous. They are bug eyes. And I kind of like it. I just didn't expect them to look this way, and well, here they are, and I quite enjoy them. However, with all of that being said, let's get on to my final thoughts. What do I think driving this 1966 Dodge Monaco? Well, first of all, my experience has been wonderful. I really, really like this car. It's comfortable, it has great features for 1966, and when you drive a Monaco, you feel like someone. I don't know who, I don't have a name, I don't have a face, but you just feel important. You feel like you have a place to be and all other places don't matter. And I think that's really helped out by that jet black color on the outside. It's a coupe, it's a personal luxury car. This isn't meant for the family. You're not supposed to chuck the dog in the back. You're not supposed to take it on a road trip down the turnpike. This was your car. And yeah, it does have back seats, and as we talked about, they're not the worst things in the world. That's not what it was for. This is for you. This is to crown your achievements. This is so you can be proud of yourself. And it's really reinforced by that Monaco name. No one really thinks about Monaco all that much, at least here in the United States. All we know it for is that one race once a year that's either won by Max or Lewis. But across the world, Monaco is nearly synonymous with wealth. Here in 2023, the average annual income is in the 6 digits in Monaco. They still have a prince and a king. There is no airport in Monaco. It's such a small, tiny place, but has so much money. Just pure money. Monaco as a nation is basically a bunch of millionaires came together and they're like, we don't want to deal with the laws of other countries. Let's make our own. And that's how this vehicle feels. I don't feel like I have to follow the law. I don't feel like I have to give my time or energy to anyone or anything else besides myself. It's me and my Dodge Monaco against the world. Which is interesting because there were better Chryslers and more expensive Chryslers, but that doesn't matter. This car has more pride than any of those Chryslers put together. This car walks into a room with its chest out and a couple little hairs poking out of its shirt. At least that's how I feel while driving it. I feel important. I feel like people might want to listen to what I'm saying. And that's horribly not true. I'm just a kid on YouTube with a GoPro that drives a lot of cars. I wouldn't listen to me either, but at least, hey, I feel like I would listen to me in a car like this. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Steven for letting me take out his Dodge Monaco. What a wonderful, wonderful automobile. So regal and elegant. Steven's been absolutely awesome to work with. I can't thank him enough for letting me take out this awesome, clean, all original example. This is an all original 27,000 miles, so he is awesome for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe if you really liked it. Take care, guys.